It's episode 155 of New Meta Podcast. Plenty to talk about today. We've got our games, TI tickets, RD12 update, player card corner, the old man Dota dilemma, Tinker, Bane, plenty of points of discussion. Marco, welcome to the pod as always. How are you doing this week?
Thank you, doing very well. Very excited for tomorrow morning.
What's going on tomorrow morning?
So we've got the classic, what day did we record this? So tomorrow morning is the TI ticket day. So in a week's time, we'll have our happy or sad reactions as to how that went.
Yeah. If you want more immediate reactions, then join the Discord. Link in the description.
Oh, no. We're going to get some trolls just like screwing us over. DDoS.
Yeah. We're going to get people like, oh god, let's DDoS like TI tickets and then join the Discord and see some people cry.
Yeah.
Adam, likewise, welcome to the pod. How you doing?
I'm good. I will not be joining the attempt to get tickets, which is a big sad.
Yeah,
but I wish you luck.
Thank you. Well, Adam, you've been to a TI, whereas me and Marco haven't, so there's at least some justice in that, although it is very sad that you can't make it this time. Yeah, we'll have to bring you in spirit.
Isn't it like 4 a.m.? Like, my time? When they're trying to sell tickets?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow, no love for NA.
Yeah, that's true, actually. I wonder how many NA people will make it.
Yeah, what time is it in China? Is it after work? I don't know. 10 a.m. for us. China about, 7 hours ahead? 6 hours? 8 hours? Something like that.
8 hours, yeah.
8 hours, okay. So it's 4 p.m. for them. That's a great timing for us. So Chinese Dota fans...
6 p.m.
6 p.m. is it? You say?
Yeah, for them.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I can't do maths. I was almost excited there. I was like, oh, the Chinese Dota fans might be in work. But then again, 10 a.m.
They'll show up. They always travel en masse to cheer.
Yeah. We'll see. Hopefully we can get hold of some tickets. But if not, I'm sure there'll be events flying around. So with that out of the way, I guess games. I guess the last week in Dota. Marco, what have you been up to?
I had the pleasure of choking a Earth Spirit game. Not Earth Spirit, Earthshaker. What the hell? I've played Earth Spirit once in my life. No, Earthshaker. Played it mid, which is the only way to play it, and couldn't press buttons. Oh my god, that Weaver didn't have a Sanj. Couldn't do stun locking. One of the biggest fails of a Shaker when you fail to stun lock your spells and the enemy gets off a BKB time lapse, that kind of stuff. And then we had this 18-1-20 enemy Tinker that didn't deserve that win just because absolutely painful. Everyone knows the pain of a Tinker loss. But yeah, I just choked my buttons that Earthshaker game. I need to play it again. It's really fun when you don't fuck up.
Yeah, yes, man. Me and Adam lost to a Earthshaker mid the very next game, which was unfortunate. It's a fun one. It is a fun one. Some fat enchant totems. Good one to try.
Yeah, I didn't know that the Aghanims had changed on that. So, Ags, I guess it's because of some morphling balance that Ags gives cleave and some damage. Does it give damage buff? Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it's just cooldown and basketball, and then you get cleave on the W now, but you don't get true strike. So I think it was meant to balance the morph shaker combo. I couldn't really tell much difference. Got a cleave on the W, was quite cool.
I guess it's good for clearing waves and camps, I guess.
Yeah, once you get it ancients, you can farm pretty fast.
Yeah. Anything else to report? The Earthshaker choke. I know that one hurts you because you do like to get an Earthshaker core out.
A fun one was the Undying Pods 1. So someone in the pub said, "Oh, I've been seeing this in pubs," and I said, "I've been seeing it 2013 Alliance," and that was my inspiration. watching Loader back in his semi-heyday, playing Dirge 1 with an IO EGM, and went it. Ron Mexico gave me wisdom of item build, Echo Saber, I think, yeah, nice item, everyone loves Echo Saber, and then I think BKB AC just bopping, overwhelming blink after that, just bopping, and was lots of fun, not gonna lie. Big fat zombie right clicks, pretty fun gameplay, and that went well. We won that one.
Nice, strong stuff. Adam, you've built a new game station. How's it been treating you? How's DotA been for you?
Well, I moved into my new apartment, so one of the first things you got to do is set up the internet.
Of course.
So we did that yesterday. Gave it an old test. Don't have a desk yet, so I bought a folding table, like a long folding table, 6 feet, as a temporary games battle station. And it's wide enough for me to have 3 monitors, so that I can finally do the triple monitor thing I've been dreaming of.
Wow. And not any old monitors.
Yeah, yours is 4 monitors basically.
I have it's the ultra wide in the middle, flanked by my old double monitor setup. So yeah, it's pretty epic. Yeah, I played 3 games so far. And the other thing is I'm back on Ethernet too, so I'm super stoked on that. I don't have to use this dongle third-party Wi-Fi adapter at the back of my PC. Now I can just hardwire into my Giga router I bought. So I'm super happy about that. I played Doom 1. That was really bad. And then I blessed Stan with a gyrocopter support performance.
Very good.
That was an easy win.
That's a classic. That's just a free win.
Yeah.
And then I played in a Baden 5 game, and I felt like I died 10 times in the lane to 3 sniper and a 4 clockwork. But every time I died, the wave would just push into my PL, and he would farm under the tower. So it was fine. And we ended up winning super hard. It's one of those games where we were behind probably 15 kills, but we were actually even on gold because the kills didn't actually mean anything. And I healed 15,000 with Miscoil, just Miscoil.
Wow.
Which is a pog.
That's crazy.
Love me some Miscoil.
Yeah, the ABBA 5, that's another treat, to be fair. That's another Come Dine With Me special, as well as the Gyro 4. The Gyro 4, that game I was playing Darkseer, and it's very fun putting Iron Shell on a Gyro, who then runs in and uses Rocket Barrage, and it's just the, insane ticks, just someone ticking down. It's like, when the HP bar just goes white, it's like in the lane, just Rocket Barrage plus Iron Shell, just all the way down. That was a fun one.
That was one sad Spectre.
Yeah. I just remember your eyes lit up because I think, was it a Rubik 5 in the lane?
It's a Lich 5.
It was Lich, that was it. And he TP'd to lane. And
go ahead.
I was going to say he TP'd to lane after contesting Rune bot, and then TP'd top to where he was dire safe lane. And we're like, oh god, we just Rocket Barrage plus Iron Shell and, level 2, maybe level 1, just kill him, and then he has to waddle all the way back, and that was when we knew it was in the bag. I was like, oh, it's not in doubt anymore.
Yeah, we got through the first phase of picking, I picked Gyro, because you always gotta wait on the Darkseer pick. Oracle was not banned that game. I was like, we'll see what they pick, and they lock in Lich Rubik. I'm like, oh yeah, this is free. This is a free Darkseer game. They have neither one of those supports really can do anything in the lane, at least. You got pull on Lich, but that's it. It's not even that good.
Yeah, I got wrecked by Chain Frost that game. I must have died
that was
4
hilarious.
times to Chain Frost. That was so grim. I was actually getting destroyed by Lich.
Yeah, that is one negative of Darkseer, that you make those illusions and then infinite bounces basically. And the other thing is if you win the lane and you harass the safe laner out and they start jungling, then the support gets levels.
Yeah.
And then you weren't expecting this, this level 6 Lich, he sneaks through the trees and throws out this Chain Frost.
Yeah.
Solo kills the level 8 Darkseer, and all of a sudden their 5 is level 7. It's like, oh no.
Yeah, that was rough. We'd bullied Scepter out of lane, so I'm just nuking waves with Iron Shell. And then there's this Lich that's Quelling Blade or tangoed his way through trees to get this weird flank on me when there's only maybe 2 or 3 of my creeps left, and so he just gets this insane Chain Frost into Sinister Gaze that must bounce on me about 4 times, and I just die, and it's oh, God's sake. So grim. When you've crushed the lane and then you just feed solo to a pos 5, it's oh God, what is this game? So, yeah, that was pretty fun. Speaking of Darkseer, it's been
it continues.
Been more DS streaming. I don't know where I left you last week. I think I'd played 3 in a row. But if we don't count a one game which was a grief game that doesn't count, where we had dual laners and people sold their items and stuff, if we take out that loss, which was a pre-horn loss, I'm let me see, I'm 4-1. I actually can't lose on the hero. It's too good. So I'm loving life on DS. It's about time I took it to ranked. I think that's the next step. Is pick up Darkseer in ranked, lose 5 in a row, and then realise I should be playing center. So that is the next step. Excited to do that. Beyond that, had a Viper mid win. That was pretty straightforward. Viper's good. I had a Razor win. Haven't played Razor for a long, long time, so that was a lot of fun.
That was pretty stompy from you.
Yeah, that was stompy. Yeah. To be both of those games were stompy, the Viper and the Razor. They're stompy kinds of heroes because they're quite straightforward to play, and in the right game they just stomp. The Razor game is just the enemies had Bristleback, DK, Phantom Lancer, and Spirit Breaker. So you pick Razor, it's should we bother playing this one out, or do you want to just stay in Fountain? So that was very stompy. Also, we had the Taco Pudge in that game. We had the Marco Pudge, so
Pause on Pudge.
And to be fair, we also had shout out to the Ron Mexico Night Stalker, Fiffle Ogre, and Wiggy Mirana. So I feel like everyone was on some banging heroes.
Yeah, everyone smashed that game. That was good. That was the one where it was about 20 kills at 10 minutes, kind of just carnage.
Yeah, that was a carnage game. It's always nice when you can outfight them and they have a Spirit Breaker, so you just know that it's a matter of time before he's like, oh shit, I don't know what to do in this hero other than charge in, so I guess I'll just charge in, cause some fight to occur that you just win because you have superior heroes. So that was good times. Not a lot else to write home about beyond that. Adam, do we have an RD2L update? What's going on with the team?
Yeah, so I was moving on that Sunday, and what happens is if you can't reschedule, basically they give you a stand-in equal to you find a stand-in equal level. So they just got another Immortal. He played Spirit Breaker both games, and we won 2-0. So there's 2 4-0 teams in the league, and we're one of them. And he played 3 Spirit Breaker. It's in my hero pool, so I feel like I could, probably been about the same. But yeah, we played, we PL'd them and Terrorbladed them. If we get Illusion heroes, we're pretty solid, I think.
Nice. When's the grudge match against the other 4-0 team?
Sunday.
Oof.
Yeah, they have the rank 500 mid player, so
big update for the listeners next week. Yeah.
Have you theorized how to beat him?
No, but I just looked and saw that he played Earth Spirit mid both games, which is that's very scary if someone feels comfortable to do that. So But we have 2 immortals. They have 1 immortal. Yeah, so we'll see. Is 2 greater than a rank 500?
Yeah. Feels like Earth Spirit Mid is a good stomp hero. Like, if you can play it, it feels like a good one to play if you're in a game that's way below your MMR. Feels like you could get a lot done. And you can farm. It's like a nice combo. Honestly,
that hero, if someone's competent in the game, it really makes me confused about what's going on. Like, I'm like, what? Why am I really slow? Oh, why am I silenced? Like, I never can figure out where the silence is coming from.
Yeah, how's this hero got 2k HP at like 15 minutes or whatever?
Yeah.
Lots of questions.
That was like just to go back to that Doom game that I played, that was really bad. That game, I was so confused because of the AM Ags. And that legitimately confused me for the entire game.
Yeah,
I could not understand what was happening.
We need to talk about anti-mage Ags, because after that game, I was like, this is so legit. At least situationally, maybe it was just a really good game for it, but I was like, it's so good. It just baits so much stuff, and it's so annoying, and it gives vision. I know it costs a lot of gold, but...
So it's the blink fragment, where you can blink an illusion forward.
Do you have to target an enemy hero to do that, or can you target the ground?
Enemy or location. You can target the ground.
It's grounds. Like, that's what was confusing me, was... Because I was Doom, right? I want to Doom the AM, and it also gets counterspell. So if he counterspells...
Oh my god.
His illusion counterspells, so it makes it look like him. You know what I mean?
It's really tanky as well. It's not easy to kill at all. It's not like some joke illusion. It's tanky.
And it has 3 charges. Like the blinks. Yeah, there's 3, you can throw out 3 of them or whatever.
Really? That's crazy. I thought it was 2. Oh no, 3. Wow.
I was thought I would, I was not playing very well, but also I was confused at what was happening. I'm like, okay, he's counterspell. I got him finally. It's like, no, that's just an illusion. But it's literally destroying my team right now. That illusion, it's hitting so hard. What's happening?
It's bonkers. I mean, I'm testing it in the demo now, and it seems like it's doing just full damage. Honestly, so.
But it's since it's ground targeted, he would blink it over the tree or something, and you would think, oh, well, that's real, because you wouldn't just, throw out a illusion like that, you know?
Yeah. You
would throw it on a hero if you could. And what he also, I was, man-fighting the Earthshaker, Tier 1 Radiant bottom, but, late into the game. And I'm just man-fighting me and him. Then he blinks the illusion over the tree. So that makes me think, he's blinked in to help the Earthshaker. Yeah. And he counterspells, so I wait, and I get the Doom off, but then I die, so I'm like, okay, well, he's doomed. And then he blinks over the tree, and I'm like, what? No, this isn't allowed.
Yeah,
and you have to deal with Manta illusions, too. It was a lot.
So it seems like they're dealing... I don't know, this needs to go on the wiki, I guess, but it seems like they're dealing 100% damage and taking about 200% or something like that. But it's bonkers because AM would blink fragment the Rubik, then blink in with his actual hero and do another blink fragment. You don't know which one's real. Oof, so then you just instantly die, and it's like a Manta anti-mage hitting you. You just get voided instantly. And I think the build was Battle Fury, SMY, Ags. It seemed really good in the game, really good. We had absolutely no answer to these blink fragments. They're just causing havoc. Mana burning us. We think they're real quite a lot of the time because they're so tanky. Dealing full damage. You can't man up against it almost.
It's a lot of chaos. Plus our other carry was a sniper, which was perfect because he wants to stand still. It's like, okay, I'll just throw this blink thing on him. He has to deal with that.
Vision, stopping blinks, just bullshit, basically, from this fragment. It seemed worth the gold, even on a gold-hungry hero like Anti-Mage, at least in this game. It was so hard to deal with.
Yeah, so that's 75% damage dealt, 200% damage taken. But yeah, you could
plus your mana burning.
And your mana burning. And then it's like you say, you could pop 2 of them. That's a big DPS increase. Do they follow targets, or are they set in stone?
Yeah, it runs around.
It runs after people. Can you control it?
You can't control it, but it runs after enemies.
Yeah, that sounds like a nuisance.
I suppose that's why I went S and Y. I mean, also, lower status resist, lower doom duration, but make your illusion faster to, chase.
Yeah. I liked it. I'm not saying you should build it every game, but I liked it. And
just the sheer level of, baffling.
Yeah.
It probably will win you a game or two, just because, what... Legitimately, what is happening right now?
Yeah, you're 100%. It's going to be Fiend's Gripped or Doomed 100% in a game. At some point, they will Fiend's Gripped or Doom or Black Hole your illusion, because there's so much chaos. There's 3. They've got to get it right 3 times. Do you know what I mean? If you've got 3 fragments, it's so hard for them to tell. I know it takes 200 damage, but in the middle of a team fight, you can't tell these things too easily.
I don't know if it originally was 3 charges. If it was just 1.
I think it used to,
and it was bad. It was a meme. But with 3, makes it way more than 3 times better because of the confusion aspect.
Yeah, and also think if you've got 3 of these, if you had 1, it just gets hexed, it's over. Now you throw it on 3 heroes, and the lion that wants to hex and kill it, now he's got 1 on him, and the Ruby's got 1 on them as well, and it's these heroes can't deal with it. You're not using 3 hexes to get rid of 3 illusions, and if you are, you're losing the fight. Yeah. So it did seem good. It did seem good. The only downside, obviously, is that it takes you 4k longer to get to your Skadi or your Abyssal or whatever it may be, Butterfly. But I actually don't think it matters. It's not like Ags is some useless item. It's giving you 10 all stats and mana and gold, as well as this really, really annoying active that helps you farm, because you can use it on camps and stuff like that. It's not just 4k down the drain. It's pretty good. I liked it.
What I like, the last thing I like about it is any anti-mage item build that is not the norm, to me, is very exciting, because there is just 99% of games is the same. So
you would have liked this one, because I don't know when he got the Aghanim Scepter, because he ate a buff for it. It was probably he went Tread, Battle Fury, Sanyasha, Skadi. Then I think he probably gets the Ags.
Is that right? I thought he built it. Oh, did he get it from Roche?
No. I think he built it and then later consumed it.
Oh, so we can't see where he built it.
You can't see the time period.
I thought he built it after S&Y. That's why.
There's an 11-minute gap between Skadi and Hex. He bought a Scythe of Ice and then a Lincoln Sphere. So I was never dooming ever again after that. But Scythe of Ice on a anti-mage is sad. It's really sad for whoever he goes on.
Yeah.
Let's do a little bit of fun segment. Player Card Corner. Obviously, the compendium is out. Part of it's out anyway. Fantasy's available soon, and then obviously predictions. Player cards, though, they're out now. I hope you've all been opening. Do we have any interesting observations? I have a ton of cards, more than most people, a ton of golds, and I think that's because I'm a supporter of whatever it's called, the cut. So they just gave me a load of bonus packs that I've opened. Marco, you're not a supporter, or you're a Bronze Alliance supporter? Did that mean you got a couple extra packs? I don't know, but how are you looking?
I swear I've only got a few gold, because when you were rattling them off, there was about 30 players that you rattled off.
Yeah.
I think I've got something like Arbed Gold is my coolest one, perhaps. I think I only have a few. So yeah, that sounds good for the points.
Abed Gold's a cool one. I mean, you want an EG Gold, don't you? Do you have all your EG players?
I have all EG, yeah, which is strong.
That's all you need then.
Yeah, I'm trying to think who I would swap out. I don't know if I was picking the 5. Because you pick 5, right? One player for each position.
You pick 5 every day, but considering we are hopefully going to TI...
Oh, it's GG, yeah.
It's probably GG for us. Having said that, we might, and this, I don't want the listeners to get their hopes up for this, but maybe there'll be some sort of podcasting. It will be difficult, but there might be. And if there is, we'd need a laptop, in which case there's a chance we could do some fantasy. That's very much up in the air, though. But yeah, it's probably going to be a set and forget. We're probably going to just set the team, in advance each day and just hope that the team we put for the finals is actually in the finals. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah, I'm happy to throw all 5 EG and just throw as many prayers to the Dota gods that they get to the grand final.
Interesting.
And they'll rack up points.
I think that's not a bad strategy, probably.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be fun to do a TI predictions.
We'll do it. Yeah, we'll definitely do a TI preview pod.
Preview, yeah,
100%. I just can't guarantee the daily pods that we've done in the past.
Yeah, that might be tough.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. There might be something. All we need is a laptop and a microphone, really, to be bought, and then it's possible. It's just more of a time thing. Adam, the player cards, you've got a few. Anything to write home about? Anything you're missing? Any, your 5 lineup perhaps that you'd put forward?
I don't think I have a 5 lineup yet.
Oh, you haven't got through opening?
Well, I mean, I don't, I would mix and match for this fantasy. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, yeah, I get that, but I guess
I have
it'll be
3 gold on Team Secret, which is pretty pog.
Oh, that's cool.
All 3 cores. I have a gold Ice. Since I supported Evil Geniuses, so I got 6 EG packs, but since you supported the cut and they are not at TI, unfortunately, you probably just got bonus not affiliated packs.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
But those only guarantee one of the cards you open is from the team. So I opened all my packs. I still didn't have everybody from EG.
Yeah. I've got 13 gold cards, and I think, was it the second or third pack I opened, I got a gold Seb, and I was like, this year's the year. The three-peat's happening if gold Seb's just poking out the pack.
Please no.
I have Elephant, all silver or gold. I have gold Eurus, gold Yang, and then silver for the other guys. I crafted a No-Tail and I crafted a Yapzor to complete Secret and OG. I have plenty of other completed teams: LGD, EG, VP, Secret, IG, VG, Alliance. I've most of my teams are completed. There's only maybe 23 Savage is maybe the only card that I'm I could do with that card. I must say I do quite enjoy doing the fantasy. Because I've played, fantasy sports in the past and stuff, and it's actually pretty easy to get in the top 10%, and you usually get a decent bonus for that. You basically just put forward people that are playing, and you'll get in there. So that's all quite
I really
fun.
like the fantasy, and also, there's a pretty good reward this year for it. It's re-themed sets in the gold. I guess gold is the color of this TI, so it's re-themed legacy sets in the gold colors. But it's not golden immortals that look kind of, I use them, but they are kind of objectively look worse than the non-gold version. This LC set they have as an example looks really good.
Yeah.
A very tasteful reimagining in gold, so I'm kind of excited to see what sets they pick for that, and I will definitely be setting my lineup to make sure that I hopefully get it.
Yeah, that LC looks very, very cool. I'll say that. I'm also looking forward to the predictions. I'm sure that'll be covered, both the bracket predictions and the stat predictions if they come out. We'll do that in the
always do
preview
1000 GPM. Always.
Even if you think Alchemist is out of the meta, he's not actually out of the meta enough, because it's TI. Like, come on, Alch's always in the meta for TI. So there's going to be a 1000 GPM game. I feel like the Dota community breathe a collective sigh of relief when that first 1k GPM game comes through on Alchemist. And they're like, yes, 2 levels on the Battle Pass. Although no Battle Pass this time, of course, so it's a bit different. That's Player Card Corner.
Is there a question just about the compendium? Is it going to be one of these levels one again?
No, it's just I think they're just giving the compendium.
So is it okay? So there's no battle pass, because we had one last year where you got levels, bought stuff. What we've got this summer is just compendium, but just basically old school style.
Yeah. Except we're going to get sets for doing well in fantasy, and presumably also for doing well in the main event predictions.
Yeah.
We'll see what they put on the table for that, but I think that's what it will be. So yeah, that's very cool. Let's maybe discuss a hero. We mentioned Tinker. It's interesting to note that this new trend of going overwhelming Blink and Shiva, and Tinker's win rate and pick rate has gone up to a very well respectable 54% or 53.5% with a 12% pick rate. So Tinker's becoming a bit of a menace, I think it's fair to say. Certainly I've seen it be picked up a lot more recently. First of all, I guess I'm interested in getting your guys' opinions. Wow, actually, just to revise those stats, 14% pick rate in Divine Plus, 56% win rate.
Wow.
So this Tinker hero is crushing in Divine Plus. And it seems like the overwhelming Blink Shiva is the Vogue build. It's definitely not being built all the time, but looking through some of these guides, I'd say it's probably half of them. I'm actually seeing 4-star SMY, Bloodstone, some BKBs and some regular stuff, Aethelens, Ags. So quite a bit of variety actually, but I think it's safe to say that the overwhelming Blink Shivas is the flavour. How often have you guys come up against it, and do you think it's legit? The stats seem to say it's legit. I'm not so sure if I believe in the stats, but what do you guys think of Tinker at the moment?
I feel like it's a smart solution to the farming. Nuking creep waves, dead easy. Even creep camps if you wish. And then I think it works because in the early and mid game, you just don't need farm when you can output that much damage and have that much uptime. Because even I'm thinking the early game, level 6, you've got 100% mana. So even though his spells might be high mana cost, it doesn't matter. There's no mana balance necessary because he goes home, comes back, and spams whoever's mid with spells relentlessly, and it's a lot of damage. Usually heroes can't. I mean, Dota 2, one of the big skills of any spellcaster is when do you use your spells? It's not League of Legends where you can play, where you literally spam spells when they're off cooldown. Dota 2 is somewhat punishing, not meant to be able to do that infinitely. Tinker doesn't matter. So I laned against it mid, and it's obnoxious because you take so much damage and you can't stop that damage happening because Tinker's going to base at 6 and coming back. So then, yeah, you're just a damage dealing menace in the early mid game, blowing people up, farm casually, and then yeah, you transition into this late mid game where you've now got blink and items. And then also what I quite like is that in the mid game onwards, when you start skilling the E eventually, even that's pretty good to keep you alive. I know what you've said, overwhelming blink requires you to blink a bit aggressively sometimes, potentially, but then you're just blinking around with the shield thing on you, so it is a bit more defense, and you're naturally tankier than you used to be because you've got Overwhelm and Blink, because you've got Shivas, rather than 2 dead items, i.e. items that don't give defensive. So it feels like it's got everything he wants, everything he needs, and at the moment it feels like, these numbers are too good. Like, we see 56% win rate. I think the damage, I don't know, everything just seems too good, too perfect a situation, which I don't like, because we don't like Tinker.
And also TI's coming up, so, let's be careful with getting Tinker into the meta.
Yeah, maybe don't do that.
Although Abed loves a Tinker, so, maybe the EG fanboys don't mind. Although, well...
Like, Abed picked Storm into Tinker. I'm not even sure if... Can that even win it anymore? I'm not sure, because I think that works when Tinker's got like 4 levels in March. But if you blink onto Tinker, 2 spells, Laser Rocket, Rearm, 2 spells, you're probably dead. Because they're maxed out. Weehaw Tinker versus EG last TI. Never forget the Angry Bod. Never forget the Angry Bod. What, Weehaw?
Do you not remember the EG's elimination game losing to Weehaw Tinker?
Who did Weehaw? Oh, wait, Nigma. Does he still play for Nigma? Did he not get kicked?
He got kicked.
He's in there. He was in there last time, though. That was the time when EG,
lost Tinker. What?
EG chain fed and, bought back at weird times, just not quick enough to get back to the fight, but, still brought back just to, come in and feed again. Do you remember that? That was,
wow.
That was the Angry Pod that had a run against that.
That's definitely been boxed away.
Yeah. Adam, what do you reckon of this Tinker menace? I mean, Marco summed up quite nicely, I think. Do you have experience playing against Tinker recently? Or
not recently, but in RD2L, we played against it. The first game we ever played officially was against middle Tinker, Overwhelm and Blink.
Mm.
And we luckily had tools to deal with it, because here's a stat corner for you. Do you know what Overwhelming Blink's AoE is?
I think it's quite big.
It's
I'm going to say
500.
I don't know. I'd say it's a little bit smaller than Shiva's, but not much smaller than Shiva's. I don't know what the radius of Shiva's is, but the active, that is. I don't know, maybe
well, that's where Kashiva's grows, so I don't...
800 maybe? 750?
It is 800.
Wow. Nailed it.
It is huge. So, yeah, it's hard to deal with. And then the Reaver gives him so much more strength. But I don't know if you can get on him. See, I was a Night Stalker, so Night Stalker can travel and find a Tinker. He can fly over everything, BKB in and silence him or void to stop the channel, that type of thing. We also had a Spirit Breaker and Ember Spirit and CK. I think those are all heroes that can deal with a Tinker pretty well. Not that CK Illusions last very long against Overwhelming Blink and March and all that stuff. Definitely they die very quickly. I don't know, he scales really well. If you look at his talent tree, that 10% spell amp, that's a lot. It's a lot of spell amp for a hero that already if you're getting a Kaya, it's even more spell amp. Overwhelming Blink does so much damage, and it kind of just lets you style on people. And also, you farm so fast with Overwhelming Blink and Shiva. I guess you don't even need to go March. I think it just makes it even more annoying, but you one-shot a wave, pretty much, with those two things. It's very fast.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I know what you go. I guess maybe you get 8% mana loss reduction.
You definitely take the mana cost reduction, I think. That's a nice talent. That's a really nice talent for a hero that's spamming.
And then you get your channel time reduction at 15. he still has his Ags, right? With the Shrink Ray. Yeah, Shrink Ray's very annoying. Losing, like, getting that Timbersaw effect of just cutting your... I guess it's Timbersaw effect. Doesn't that affect, like, primary attribute?
Timber.
Percent?
Yes.
The Q... Yeah, well, this is, like, shrinking your... I guess that would only mean for strength heroes. But for the laser, it's, like, reducing your max health percent. And so... I don't know. He's, like, so annoying. It's everything.
Yeah,
it's like, what am I going to complain about? Getting overwhelming blinked and he's clearing the whole map? Or am I going to complain about getting hexed a million times in a row? Or am I going to complain about getting lasered and not being able to, like, attack at any point in the game? Or getting lasered and I lose all of my health?
Yeah. Hero's kind of nuts, yeah. I feel like we've summed it up very well. And I've actually been turned in the course of this conversation alone, just from my initial reaction was, I played against it once, and the one first time I played against it, it was underwhelming, and that's no pun intended, because the overwhelming Blink Shiva build was putting the Tinker in danger, and in that particular game we were able to punish the Tinker for that and kill him. But actually, you might think, oh god, this Tinker that's blinking into people to use overwhelming Blink, that must be terrible, but it's like what Marco was saying. It's not a Tinker as you know it. It's a Tinker that's got 25 extra strength, that's dealing a crazy, attack speed slow and movement slow and a huge AoE, and has, 15 armor from Shivas and an additional movement slow and attack speed modifier. So he's so tanky. Like, his effective HP is so high, and he's got defense matrix, which for the longest time Tinker didn't have. That's 350
and,
damage absorb. 50 stats is just like, this is so tanky.
Let's say all of that, and he blinks melee range on you. He just lasers you. And he can't be hit. Okay, let's say he blinks like 600 units away from you. You think you can get to him? No. Because what you said, your 50% move speed slowed from overwhelming blink, and then Shiva's slowed on top of that. So you're not, like, there's no need to kite. Like, you are kited. If you land in the AoE, you are kited. So, unless you have Force Staff or something.
Yeah, this isn't a Tinker that needs to rearm Blink out of a fight, necessarily. Like, the hero's so tanky that in a team fight situation, they're happy to just stand there. And even then, when you do go on him, in the most recent game when we kind of got stomped by this Tinker, he always has the rearm Blink option if he's really in trouble, and
he has it even more because of defense matrix. It blocks the damage, so he gets that off way more than you would think. Yeah.
So the hero's kind of nuts, and the other thing is, it's not so much of a gimmick. Also, because of the creep clearing ability. Again, Marco said this. You nuke waves, and that's something that should not be overlooked. That's like an important aspect of going this build. You don't need March of the Machines unless you need to, def towers, but 56% of the time that's not a consideration, evidently, based on these statistics. So,
I mean, this is your 7k gold farming item, basically. Yeah. And some people need a 4k farming item, or he used to need the 2k to get Boots recipe, but this is your 7k farming item. And it's like, okay, the blink is very, very good. Like, it's a very, very good build-up component. It's not like all dead gold, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like the first item is core, he's building that anyways. So, really, it's just the extra, like, 4.6k, I guess. Jeez, the recipe is 1750. That is so much.
Also, another way...
Oh, sorry. Well, do you want to guess what Overwhelming Blink's win rate is? Just in games it's picked? It's the 133rd. It's the 133rd most popular item, so it's kind of rare.
Have high.
Is this Tinker or all heroes?
No, all heroes.
80%?
I was going to say like 70 something, 74 or something.
It's 71.44. Okay, do you want to guess who the item is most built on?
Most built on? Tinker.
Yeah. Okay, and it's a 70.2% win rate. So it's 81,000 matches, and it's 70% when it's picked up.
That seems crazy. That's
right. Like nowhere near the same as the next hero, which is Axe with 68,000 matches, and it's 71% win rate. It is nowhere near the same type of deal because Axe does not rush that item. Like that's a late game.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm ahead item. Like this is not. None of these other heroes is not a core component of the hero. When Tinker buys Overwhelming Blink, it's like the strat.
Yeah.
Another way I think about the Tinker is, okay, to me it's like Tinker today and last patch, once you hit, say, 25 minutes, it's the same power level, same item, same farm, threat, whatever. But the difference now, the way I see it, is in the old school Tinker, you had to go this farm intensive route where you get a lot of March, and then later levels like 11 to 15 is when you finish off your damage output and your damage spells, and then 25, boom, you're online. But you've done this kind of farm led way, and then the spells and damage thereafter. But this route, by 25 it's the same, but you lead with pure damage spells, which is more effective because it's earlier in the game that you're focusing on that, and then you finish off with the farm, fine, whatever, and then you get to the same point of 25. So that way round, to me, to be able to play the hero where you max damage, which is high damage, and still don't come out anywhere different because you eventually hit that farm.
Yeah, before you would get the go damage build, but you would hurt your farm because you didn't have March. Now it's like, no, you go the damage build and the kills propel you to your farm build.
And also, it's all enabled by the fact that you don't have to build travels for 2k. Now that's your blink. And so when you get blink, you're ready to go. Like, it's like 2k, you're online 2k faster, and you're now going damage build anyway. Yeah, so it's like, it all fits together really nicely. Like, you're mega online with blink. It enables Tinker so much. And you're getting that 8 minutes in, 9 minutes in, and then you just, the world's your oyster basically in terms of getting kills. You're not then like, oh, got my travels now I need to like farm my
now
stats
I need to get blink.
Yeah,
this is like, this 2K is more like 4K, because it's, the blink now is like blink bots instead of bots, and then wait 5 more minutes to farm it up. So, I also want to say shout out to the one Chin that built Overwhelming Blink. They are 1-0 with 100% win rate on the item. This is the highest win rate hero with the item.
And they get to go and look on DotA Buff and be like, I'm the only one. That was me. I'm on DotA Buff. I'm famous. So, yeah. Cool. So that's Tinker. I have a bit of a dilemma. I don't know what you guys' opinion is on this one. I have to load into Dota every day and see this Ancient 4 badge staring back at me. A badge that used to be Divine 2, lest we forget. And getting a bit sick of it, but when is life going to give me the opportunity to grind some Dota games? And if so, what to grind with? I mean, do you think I should just accept that I'm a washed up Dota player, concentrate on like podcast hosting or whatever, or making tea or these other things that I do, or is it time for like a post TI or maybe even pre TI ranked climb? Like, can I go to TI the shell of myself with no confidence, having tanked from Divine for the second time in my career? What's going on? When is the rank starting?
I thought you were going to say, I'm sick of seeing this badge. Shall I press the reset button and never calibrate and just have an unranked badge?
Ooh, that is a...
That could be a play.
An interesting one. That could be a play, yeah.
All or nothing, like, you either get Ancient 2 and...
Or Legend 2.
Just accept. Well, come on. Might be able to scrape Ancient 5 again.
I thought you were going to say I'm tired of looking at this badge. I'm going to hire a booster.
That's the best option. That's the option that doesn't fail. Yeah. What do you reckon? Recalibration? Is it time?
No, I think you just play. Just play.
Don't believe in my Darkseer in recalibration.
I think the sample size is too small, so like it's too risky. I think more
10 games.
Yeah. I think in a 10-game sample size, you can conceivably go 2-8 and then tank yourself even farther. But if you just play like 100 games, you'll get there.
But is the recalibration just peak concentration, like this is it, absolutely in the zone, versus ranked, like, I've played hundreds of these, get a bit tilted, whatever, etc. Is that the stage that we're at? I don't know. I need to ask myself that question, man.
So you can recal anytime? Like,
I think so, yeah. I've never pressed the button, so...
You don't... perceivably don't end up into a pool of other people that have hit that button. So now might be the time to do it, instead of like when they first came out with that.
Yeah,
and then everybody was doing it, and then it's just like a really big rage fest because everyone feels like every kill is MMR going down the toilet.
Yeah, that's an interesting one. Or questions. Maybe I just keep playing Darkseer and unranked and just accept, come to terms and don't try and better it. I don't know. Maybe recalibration's the play. Maybe normal's the play. I don't think my Darkseer is there yet in terms of ranked. If I was to play a ranked game now, I think I would just play Centaur.
Yeah.
Or go mid and just pick like Viper or something grim like that.
I mean, Adam says play 100 games of ranked. I think that is a good strat as well. But you've probably not played 100 ranked games in the last 9 months. So it's a big ask. Which is why I think roll it. Do the 10 cals after you've done kind of...
Oh, that would be intense. That would be intense.
You have to warm up. You have to have a thing, like 10, 20 spammy try-hard games first. And then go. Particularly if you want to do it before TI. It's not far off now.
Yeah. If I want to get 10 ranked games in before TI, yeah. Maybe the play is, like play 2 or 3 ranked games and then click the button and then just go. That could be the play.
2 or 3. I hope they're not bloody Darkseer. If you're doing that, they have to be.
5.
They have to be probably. Is it Viper? Is that it?
I'd play Centaur if I was. I think Centaur would be the best friend for ranked, probably. And then if Centaur's banned, I'm a little bit stuffed. Don't know what to do at that point because I don't.
Lord?
My Pit Lord's just.
How can it go down? How? I mean, surely it's not because you can't play it.
No, he just feels rubbish at the moment.
Does he?
I just don't think he feels that good. I don't know if the stats disagree with me, but I'm just not convinced on Darkseer, on Underlord, to be totally honest with you. Let me look at what the stats are for Divine Plus. Yeah, 48.5%. That just doesn't cut it with Underlord. He's usually like a pub crusher. So I just feel like the hero's rubbish at the moment. And I don't play Beastmaster or Lycan offlane, and those are the free win heroes. So I think maybe all of this like cutie Darkseer, oh, I'm having such a fun time playing Darkseer, and then I go to ranked, it's like Lycan, Beastmaster, like Tinker, welcome to Dota, this is real Dota, it's not fun. I just get blown out of the water, so yeah, maybe I need to play like 4 or 5 ranked games, get a good feel of like the BS heroes that are being picked every game, and then when I'm in that mindset I can make an informed decision about whether or not this is the time. Another hero I wanted to discuss briefly in this app was Bane, because he stuck out like a sore thumb to me when I saw a 55% win rate in Divine Plus, which seems remarkably high for any POS 5. Bane, I feel like, is a hero that is somewhat routinely near the top of the win rates. He's got a 14% pick rate in Divine Plus this week and a 55% win rate, which seems extremely strong. Adam, what do you think about Bane? Because I feel like he's been out of the meta for a while, and now he's kind of in. I've definitely seen him seeping back in more, quite straightforward, but seemingly strong. Is it just numbers, or how do you see Bane? Do you like him? Do you believe?
I think he's good, but he's always good. You know what I mean? The hero hasn't changed, I don't think. Like, it does what it does. Sometimes the hero's kit does not deal with, like, illusions. But other times, you just Fiend's Grip to full BKB duration and you feel like a god.
Yeah.
Or you Nightmare one person and then Fiend's Grip another person in a fight and you feel like a god. Or, were you in that game with me? I played against a Bane 5 that bought like 6 Fairy Fires. It was a starting item build.
I remember that.
Yeah, and his brain, and like, you just couldn't do anything. It was so sad. Yeah, he's like a lane bully. I was sad when they reduced his stats.
Is it still even at every level? It's just worse, but even.
Yeah, worse but even.
Did you mean to say Fairy Fire or Mangoes?
No, Fairy Fire.
Fairy Fire, yeah.
For what?
So he had 12 extra damage and like just, you know.
Would he use the Fairy
Heal.
Fires?
Yeah. Eventually, he's like, okay, by the time the lane was over, it's like, okay, he's down to 0 Fairy Fires. We've done it. But between Brain Sap and Fairy Fire, he just hits you.
That's pretty funny.
I think this Enfeeble skill is like low-key real good.
On the Q, if you weren't aware, listeners, because I feel like it's been on Q, W, and E over the years, it gets swapped around a fair bit. But so it's an attack reduction of 60%. How does that work? So it lowers the total attack damage by 60%.
I wonder if that means base attack damage. Well, it probably would say base attack damage.
Yeah, I think it
probably means everything.
Everything, which is
Pretty
strong,
insane.
60%. Yeah,
pretty insane, yeah. And also a health regen reduction of 60% as well. It's health/regen. And a cast speed reduction of 30%. And it lasts 11 seconds on a 7-second cooldown. So perma uptime. 70 mana. So that's very good. That's pretty funky. I didn't realise it was that good. I wasn't sure what it even did, to be totally honest with you. I thought it might be like the old Enfeeble, which gave it didn't
debuff
it give,
duration.
Debuff duration increase. That's what I would have said if someone said, "What does Enfeeble do?" I would have said, "Oh, it increases debuff duration and like increases like some sort of veil effect where it increases magic damage or something." I don't know.
There's going to be one TI game where this hero comes out and everyone's like, "Wait, what's his last pick Bane all about?" And then we'll realise it's the ultimate Bane counter game for this. Because it could be for a few reasons, either the attack reduction, the heal reduction, like if it's a Timber or something, and then cast speed reduction. I was thinking, who would find that most annoying? If your cast speed was lower? Like a Pudge Hook, just can never land a hook because you've got... it's like you're playing with ping.
Yeah, like a Naga Siren the wind up for ensnares so long they always get out of vision. That's a classic. It's interesting that can you guess the hero that Bane is best against?
Is it going to be someone who's an illusion?
No. Yeah,
Bane is best against?
Yeah, this is what Bane's best against, because he's worst against a lot of illusions.
Like Life Stealer?
Oh, nice. Juggernaut?
No, Jug's up there. Jug's like 8th. You're in the right ballpark with Jug. It's Agi carry. What hero do you think would be most annoyed by this 60% total damage reduction, and obviously would hate getting Fiend Script. I mean, every hero would hate getting Fiend Script, but I
Morphling.
think this one. So Morphling's third. Morphling is third, so that's a very valiant guess.
Morph is so fun to play against when you creep up and they've got Morph low strength, high agi, and you grip them from the woods. Oh my god, that's the dream.
Yeah, that's a great feeling. So it's PA? 2.5% advantage. I mean, obviously 60% damage reduction would be crippling for PA, and then also this is a hero that relies on BKB and darting around, and Bane just says no to that and uses a Fiend Script, so that's understandable. Worst hero against Bane? I sort of gave you a bit of a clue.
Well, is this going to be an illusion?
Kind of. I wouldn't call it kind of an illusion hero.
Is it a clone hero?
It is a clone hero, yes.
Very technical, very technical.
Yeah,
Meeps.
It's the Meepo, yeah. 7% advantage Meepo has against Bane. So Meepo just doesn't care about anything that Bane does.
Yeah.
So Meepo crushes. Beastmaster, interestingly, 5%. Naga, Chaos Knight, Lycan, PL, Chen, Visage, Lone Druid. So, yeah. Interesting that Bane is really good against Brewmaster. That's the hero that it's second best against. I just don't really understand that, but anyway. Maybe is that for the cast time you can't get split off.
Oh my god, that's funny. You can see that.
Yeah.
I thought we had a pod where Bane's win rate was bad.
Yeah, it's definitely not been. It's definitely been bad in the recent past.
Yeah,
sure.
like not that long ago, it was. Because I feel like it's characteristically this 55% win rate support. But yeah, I felt like there was a pod a month ago maybe where it was struggling, but now it's back for some reason. Is it because Zoo Meta's died? Has Zoo Meta died?
I think
Did
it's
Zoo Meta
died
die?
enough. It's died enough. I mean, it got buffs in 7.3, so mana cost of Brain Sap was decreased, and the cast range was increased, and nice for the lane, and then Nightmare deals pure damage per second, and Fiend Script cast point was halved, so those are pretty nice Bane buffs. I don't know if it got anything further in 7.30C, but also, like you said, Zoo Meta dying down is really nice. So nerfs in 7.30C actually. Strength gain, agi gain, and int gain down. I mean, by 0.1 each, so I mean that's hardly enough.
Is Zoo still a thing? Because I've not played ranked, so I'm not sure.
I also haven't played ranked, so I'm not sure, but I'm going to go with yes, because Lycan and Beastmaster both have incredible win rates still. So I'm going to say it's still a thing. Lycan has a 54.5% win rate in Divine Plus. Beastmaster has a 53% win rate in Divine Plus. Although those pick rates are low, 5% on Lycan, 6.5% on Beastmaster, so those are some quite low pick rates, to be fair, so it's definitely not what it was, but I guess it's now situationally a Zoo Meta. They still dominate the win rates, if not the pick rates. And interestingly, Dota 2 Pro Tracker, which is 7k average games and above, Bane is the most winning hero in those games, the highest win rate of any hero, with 55%, I believe. So that is some quite good things for the hero there.
A funny statistic is the Sven hype pick. So it's got 17.5% pick in Divine Plus, but 49% win rate. And similarly in Ancient, it's got this really high 14%. This is this week, 14% pick rate, 48% win rate. And then it's just, it's got sub 50 at all tiers, but 11+% in all tiers, which is one of the highest pick rates. But everyone's just doing crap with it.
Yeah, interesting. Final little question for everyone before we wrap things up. Hero on the wish list for the next week. Maybe we'll do a little segment here. You need to put a hero down now that you're going to play between now and next pod, and then we'll recap in the game section. I want to hear a hero and a theory or like a reason. It doesn't have to be a big reason. Just like could just be I just fancy having a game. But I want to hear what's on the wish list.
Go on, Adam.
I watched Ice 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 play 3 Slark today, so I want to play that.
Ooh, what's the idea there?
Couldn't tell you. Ice Ice Ice. He went Hood first. He maxed Pounce. What did he go? He went Hood, Force Staff, Ice Shard, or Ag Shard. So he could. They had a Medusa. They go in your Medusa. Oh, look, there's this Depth Shroud.
Yeah. Or
Depth Charge or whatever. Like, you can't see her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty tasty.
Yeah, it looks pretty fun. I know during the game he was hovering over lots of items like Mage Slayer and Holy Locket, and I was like, I want to see Holy Locket Slark. That looks awesome.
Nice. Marco, do you have a hero in the wish list in the pipeline?
I feel like my wish list is often driven by hero suggestions other people make. Don't I? If you've been in party queues, I feel like someone will say a hero, and then I'll be like, I actually want to play that. Even mundane stuff, like someone will say, sniper, and I'll be like, yeah, I want to play sniper mid. But at the moment I'm struggling for inspiration. I've not played agi heroes in the safe lane in a long time because I've been very keen to play eclectic selection of strength heroes from the safe, and I feel like I've done a good job at that with the. I've done Abba, Undying, Slaughter, Legion. Did a bit too many Legion, Undying. So maybe I need to venture away from strength. I could say Anti-Mage with an Aghanims. It's a little bit boring. But
is that one of the ones where you're going to get to the pick screen and be like, I promised I'd do an AM Aghanims to the pod, but I just can't be arsed.
Slap out Pudge again.
Yeah.
Or something like a Disruptor mid. I don't know if that can work, but could be somewhat fun. What else could I do from a safe lane?
Do you want me to throw out some suggestions? Inspiration for you?
You can give me some inspiration. At the moment, it's actually AM Ags, which is very dry.
Okay, so I'll give you some suggestions. So, Nyx core, Marana core, kind of boring because you do that a bit.
Yeah.
Veno carry maybe, although that's quite try hard. Some Bounty Hunter build or some
Elder Titan 1.
ET1, actually, that's a pick. I kind of want to play an ET, actually.
Too much mental power for that one. Veno will be fun.
You send out the spirit and you whack people with your briefcase. And your auto BKB'd. That's it.
Maybe. I need to acquire too much knowledge. Dark capacity.
Yeah, fair enough.
Veno sounds fun, but the movement speed just tilts me internally.
Just get travels first on
it. True, that could be a solution. I like heroes with some speedy mobilityness, but maybe bots is enough.
Okay, so that's a watch this space. For me, I've been wanting to play a Brewmaster game for a while, so I could do a Brew, although I feel like that's a tilt fest waiting to happen when I realise that I can't play Brew.
Yeah.
So beyond that, ET might actually be the hero. I've been looking to play an ET for like quite a long time, so I could promise an ET. This is all really dark because actually what I want to do is play Darkseer every game. So God. This is like a bit of a got to force myself to play some other hero for the pod, so kind of screwed myself here. Dark Willow 4 is one I've been wanting to play for a little while as well. Pugna 4 as well. Lots of hero, lots of fun. I'm actually going to put my money where my mouth is and say that I'm going to play a Bane position 5 game before the next pod, so I'll report on whether the hype is real, whether I've added to Bane's great statistics or whether I've taken away from them. So with that said,
Bane 5, Veno 1. That was Slark, Pos 3. Not sure if we'll win this game,
Oh, we don't have to do it in the same game, but
Well, no, yeah, but
yeah, we could try it though.
yeah.
We'll see. With that said, then, yeah, join us on Discord. Link in the description. We'll let you know tomorrow our TI, or maybe we won't. Maybe we'll just cry it off. Good luck to us then, and we'll see you in a week's time.